are you still keeping in touch with him?
Yeah, every day.
His spirit's still high?
Yes.
Hell
it's
yeah,
always
hell
very
yeah.
jovial.
Free Jeffrey and tell us backwards,
Yes,
man. Free
please.
Jeffrey, free, I know you've dealt with, man, a lot of, I was going to say, even Tori, are you staying in touch with him?
I actually
do. Woo! It's your boy, Maiwan, here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today we got an Atlanta native.
Yes.
The queen from the South, one of my favorite R&B artists out today, Mariah The Scientist.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Happy to be here.
I am so happy to have you here because if you're here, that means you're outside.
Allegedly.
If Mariah's outside, I think there's something on the way.
It is something on the way. Any minute, any day now. What is today?
Today?
The 6th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking at very soon.
Very soon. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like you're not, because you did hold us over. I have held us over. Mm-hmm. But I feel like this time around you're coming with something heavy.
I am. It's my favorite so far.
Oh, you think this is your, how they say?
My best work? Yes, I do feel that way.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there something we should expect different than Rival's World or Master? Or even the Buckles?
I would say it's really curated. I've really curated it, especially. I feel like it's I just feel like it's my best.
Okay.
I put a lot into it.
Effort. Any new genres you tapped into?
I would say it is versatile. Maybe lyrically, content wise.
Okay.
I would say I can never really pick a genre. I feel like I just make music, and sometimes it sounds one way, and sometimes it's something else.
No, absolutely. Like I think it was listening to Disclosure. It starts out, the record's like simple over the guitar,
a little bit acoustic,
and then that mustard kind of hits, and I'm like, oh my God, you always just take it so many.
I feel like it is a little bit unorthodox, but it is. I don't know. It's just a little unique.
And you said your lyrical content, you feel like this next body of work, you've taken it to another level?
I do. I feel like there's just some versatility, Some of it is intimate and vulnerable. Some of it is like I'm popping my shit. Some of it is like lovey-dovey. Some of it is like fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
all sides of you.
I feel like it's all sides for sure.
That's what I really love about your music is you write from such a personal perspective, and then being in the public eye, it's like we can see things going on in your life and then hear about it on record, which is amazing.
I was just telling somebody, I think now having the chance to meet certain artists and like listening to their music, it gives you the opportunity to make not a comparison, but
like a connection with it
between their personality and the music.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's nothing I love more than when I listen to an artist and then I meet the artist, or I get to see them online or whatnot, and they are that person that I was listening to.
Exactly.
And you are definitely that person. You are very unique. I thought you were gonna be super shy, because from what I read,
am a little shy. I am a bit of a recluse. Right?
Yes.
But I'm trying to put myself out there.
Well, no, you're definitely out there. You're definitely like unique, one of one for sure. Which most artists are, but Mariah The Scientist is absolutely one of one.
Thank you.
You take pride in I would say like the nerdy side of you.
I do. I feel like it's cool. I don't know. I feel like the educational space and being smart and all. It's nice to be smart, but I feel like it doesn't get as much attention as being cute or being popular.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I always like to highlight it when I talk to an artist and they have, even if they didn't go to a crazy college and they just went to any school, I applaud that. Yeah. But then we come to you're going to be an anesthesiologist.
Yes, I was
St.
trying.
John's. Mm-hmm. Are you still going to go back and try to get that done?
I think about it a lot. I might do that. I wouldn't mind.
I'm sure at one point, once the Grammys stack up, they're just gonna give you a degree.
I was thinking that
they're
they
gonna
would.
Be like, come back
I
did
talk. 3 years out of 4 years, so I was hoping maybe they would, but you never know. Maybe not. Maybe
so. You did 3 years, and then the music.
2.5. I dropped out in the middle of a semester, so I didn't complete the third year. I dropped out in the middle of the second semester, so I guess 2.75.
That's still
years.
incredible. That's 2.75 more years than I did of A mastery.
Yeah.
And when you dropped out, you know, I'm pretty sure it was the music took off, right?
Yeah, it did.
Was that a tough decision to make?
A little maybe, because I didn't know what to expect, you know.
Absolutely.
I just went out on a limb. I mean, it was okay though. It was I was patient, you know. I mean, and it took a little bit of strategy, but I feel like I went with what I knew and I learned as I went.
Your family must have been traumatized.
They were definitely a little confused
I
and
can
concerned.
imagine, like, your parents are like, oh my gosh, you're going to St. John's. She's going to be a doctor. It's going to be great.
She fucking dropped out. You know, it's
She's
like,
dropping a mixtape.
right, now this.
It's like a parent's worst nightmare. But then
It is. But no, I feel like they are excited now.
How do they, so now they're excited about it?
I think so.
Everything?
I think certain things that we have experienced now, I think they are like, wow.
Oh, of course,
Interesting.
yeah.
You know, I don't think they expected certain things.
No, 100%. The
Yeah.
places I'm sure you've taken them are seeing your name, but Coachella, you know what I mean?
Coachella, or I opened for Coldplay at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I feel like that was like.
Oh my
they're
God,
like,
in the
oh my
hometown.
gosh. Yeah.
Well, you
It
know
was
what?
crazy.
I'm going to segue this into my gift I got to give you.
Okay.
I give every artist an album from my CD collection.
Okay, that's nice.
So I brought you an album. It's a CD. I think this is one you rock with. You let me know.
Let me see.
I try my best.
What could it be?
I try my best.
Ooh, wow! This is one of my favorite projects.
Right?
This is so nice.
That
Look at it. It just looks
Aliens.
like it's in pristine condition.
It
It's so
is.
nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to buy that one.
This is really nice. A really nice gift. This is the nicest gift I've gotten in a long time.
It's that AT Aliens. I feel
Yeah.
like Atlanta really has played a huge role in your life, obviously, but Outkast specifically.
This is a really good project. I would say maybe my favorite on here might be number 6.
Is that Elevators?
Yes.
Okay, I love Elevators. Jazzy
I got
Bell
a
is
couple.
crazy.
Jazzy Bell is absolutely crazy, of course. Maybe those two I would say. If I had to pick one, I would say 6 and then maybe 5 for sure.
What's
Yeah.
track 5?
Jazzy Bell.
Oh, Jazzy
Yeah.
Bell. Okay. Have you had a chance to tap in with anybody, you know, from Outkast or
No,
Organized
I
Noise?
wish. I would love to, though. I would absolutely love to do that. If you're out there, I think I might have DM'd them
Okay.
or something like that. Organized Noise specifically. I don't know if I got a response. I don't know how long ago that was.
It's gonna happen for sure.
I hope so.
I'm gonna manifest it right here,
Yeah.
right now. I specifically, and I'm not just saying this to gas you up. I think you and Andre would make a crazy record.
I would love that. I love Big Boy too. Listen, either of them, call me up.
Come on,
You call me up.
But it's gonna happen for sure. I think it'll be on 2 separate tracks.
Yeah.
I think you and Big Boy would do like a more club upbeat,
Yeah.
like walked in type
Yeah,
record.
exactly.
But you and Andre would do
Would
some
make-
like revenge,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna kill my man.
Yeah,
type
and I
shit.
feel like that would be really cool. I would like to see him
That'll
on something
happen.
like
So
that.
we're gonna manifest that.
I
when it
know,
happens.
right?
So cut that clip.
I know.
But you have, to me, one of the more, I would say, unique sounds. I think that there's so much great R&B out now. Which
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that when Diddy said R&B was dead, we found out he was just trying to promote his album.
Yeah.
I feel like R&B is at a great place. What do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like R&B specifically, yes. I feel like other music is a little fast paced. It comes and goes really fast. I think it's interesting that the R&B that is out really does last. Like SZA and Control, everybody's still playing that. I feel like her new project, obviously, it's been I can't remember the exact amount of weeks it's been at number 1, but
Exactly.
you know, I feel like people are definitely gravitating towards, you know, just things that have substance.
And you seem to really take your time with it. You every time you put out a project, you really go all out. Like the videos are beautiful,
Thank you.
well done.
I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate it as a fan. You know,
Ooh.
to know that, like, I know whenever Mariah The Scientist is dropping, she's
Mm-hmm.
coming correct.
Ooh, I'm
So-
glad you feel that way.
So it's album season, right?
It is album
We're
season.
getting the album.
Yes,
right?
what's an album?
Well, I would say it's not going to be like 5 or 6 songs.
It's gonna be 10 songs.
Okay, so
just
we're
like the
getting
other two. At least I'm consistent there. The crazy part is they're all 10 songs and they're all 28 minutes long, which was a little. I
Is
didn't
that-
plan that.
That wasn't by design.
Not really. The 10-song thing is intentional, but the 28-minute thing, it kind of just happened that way, which is really weird.
Is this one 28 minutes?
It is too, and I wish that it was.
You're definitely doing this on purpose.
I'm not. And then when I look at it though, I wish that they were 27 minutes because I am born on October 27th, and or I was born on October 27th, and my project is gonna come out on October 27th, 10/27. So I wish it was 10. I haven't told anybody that, but
Woo!
I wish it was
dropping on your birthday.
Yes.
Very exciting.
I wish it was 10 songs, 27 minutes, but 10:28, I'll take it.
Hey, it's okay. It's that one extra minute. It just shows that little extra love
Yeah.
you give. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Maybe that's just the closing sounds.
Well, that is very exciting because both of your projects are mastered.
Thank
pieces.
you.
There's so many of your records I go back to often, especially Revenge.
Thank you.
Revenge to me is crazy.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
like
I've opened up every show with that song for the past 2 years now.
I imagine
I
people
wonder
are
if I'm
going
gonna switch
crazy.
it up now. I gotta think.
Well, one thing about you is for whatever reason, I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
people love to hate on you.
They do.
Like and you keep getting bigger and bigger, and your music keeps evolving,
Mm-hmm.
and so does people trying to find ways to like pick at you and hate
Yeah.
on you. I don't understand. I'm such a big fan. It's
I
like
think-
confusing to me.
I think I haven't done too many things to showcase my personality. So I think people who, the kind of people who you don't know too much about, apparently people have the most to say about them. You know, I guess it's because they feel like you're leaving them in the dark. Maybe, you know, they don't know too much about you.
That's it.
But I value the mystery. You know what I mean? I value that. But maybe I'll like show more pieces here and there.
Well, listen, Cat Williams, I'm sure you know he is a
Yes.
comedian with the
Yes.
Pimp Perm, right?
Yes.
Pimp Chronicles, I think it was. He said, the more haters you have, the better you're doing.
And maybe that is the case. I see now. So.
I think people are just jealous. You know, everyone wants to be the scientist. I imagine.
And it's just like, but you don't have to be the scientist. You can be the mailman. You can be,
Yeah.
but not in like a, you know, like it's the mailman. He's doing his job. I just saw him pull up to the curb, and he just did it so precisely.
And he's so happy, always smiling.
You know,
great dude.
And he's doing his thing. It's like, and that's okay. You know, everybody doesn't have to be the same thing.
I
know?
think people just need to. I think ultimately, when you have so many people saying things about you, it's good regardless what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I just think it's jealousy. You know, your music's so good. You take care of yourself. You're always surrounded by other greats.
I wish they weren't so jealous. You know, jealousy is a sin.
Listen, all I know is the comments get run up, and it's a huge win.
Yeah, I guess. From one perspective, yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time going through the comments and reading what
Sometimes,
people are
not really
saying?
though.
That's
Not
good.
so much. I try not to, but
good.
I do sometimes. I feel like everybody does.
I feel like human nature too. We tend to ignore the good things being said about us and really
focus on the negative.
bad.
Yeah.
Because there's also like so many people like me sitting there fangirling in your
Yeah.
comments like crazy. I'm telling you, there's something about that record, Revenge.
Yeah, you really like?
It just makes me like I feel like empowered, which is like tough when I'm listening to
I love that song.
R&B. So you've definitely killed a guy, huh?
Thank you. Well,
I feel like between Revenge and
Reminders also talks about killing
Reminders,
someone.
yes, that's the one.
I have never murdered.
Okay.
For the record.
Okay.
Never.
We're good.
Not literally. Maybe metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Maybe emotionally.
Emotionally, definitely.
Maybe so.
Definitely. But I think when I got through the second project, I was like, oh yeah, she's murdered for sure.
Thank you.
Definitely, there's a body in
That's
New
what
York
I want people to
somewhere.
think. That's what I want you to think.
Well, let's talk about collaborations wise. What can we expect on this album? Are you working with a
I
lot of
have
folks?
3 features.
Oh, and are they all hip hop?
Yeah. One is like could be like a crossover vibe, but I would say probably mostly hip hop.
Okay, very exciting.
Yeah.
Anytime you've collaborated with somebody, it sounded great.
Thank you.
Lil Baby to Thug to Mansa, it always just
Yeah.
sounds good.
I hope that you like it. I mean, I think you will though.
I think I will. I mean, everything you've been dropping, like when you drop Bout Mine, one of my favorite things about that tracks is Wonder Girl. producing it?
Love Wonder Girl. I love her. She's fire.
Love Wonder Girl.
She's one of my favorite producers.
I personally think the next generation of production, like the next evolution of it, is going to be female producers.
Yeah.
Because for some reason,
I would like to see it.
I think it's going to happen. And have you started dabbling in production?
I actually produced the first song on my project. It is called Heaven is a Place on Earth. It is one of my favorite songs. I'm very proud of it.
How did that feel producing it? Like,
it was a tedious process. I did not know what I was doing, but it came out really good. And I'm happy about that for sure.
That's very exciting. I felt like your next evolution as an artist is to get into producing.
Yeah, I do like to do that. I did the arrangement on another project. I mean, on another song on their like drum arrangement. So I was really excited about that. I feel like it's going to be really good.
You put your hand in that producer bag a little bit? Very exciting. Have you started producing other artists?
I haven't, but I feel like producing is different. Producing is really a tedious process. You have to be like, it's very hands-on. So I feel like I don't know if I would have the time. I haven't really had the time to do it for myself, let alone someone else yet. So
what about songwriting?
I would do that.
Written for anybody else yet?
I've written. I haven't given anything to anyone yet. I don't even necessarily know how to go about it. But I feel like I would though.
I think you would do a great job doing that because a lot of artists want to have that, like they want to be edgy and kind of different.
Yeah.
That's what you naturally are.
I have definitely been approached about it. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay, I think that's gonna happen too. I think so. Let's manifest somebody that you want to work with.
Yeah.
Who's a producer that Mariah still wants to tap in with?
That I haven't yet. I really like Metro Boomin stuff. We made a song once.
Yeah, I feel like you two are you're good. You two are definitely in the same circle. So.
Yeah, I like his music a lot. I like I'm trying to think who else there is specifically. Obviously, Organized Noise, Fire. I mean,
that'd be great. Yeah.
Timbaland.
You and Timbo would definitely.
I'm trying to think who else there is. There's this guy named Cash Cobain. He's from New York. He's young.
I know about Cash.
I really like his beats. I like his music.
He's super dope. I chopped it up with him at Rolling Loud. Good dude.
Yeah, he's a cool guy for sure. I don't know. Those people, I would say, there's probably some others.
I feel like you and Pharrell would make something.
Oh, that would
crazy.
be fire for sure.
I think because you kind of remind me of Khalees, how she was just
she's so cool,
so different.
That's my dream girl.
I could see it. I think Pharrell might need to hop on the phone.
Yeah, I would love that. I actually did. He has a festival called Something in the Water.
You did that, right?
Yeah, I did. It was really nice.
Did you get a chance to meet him?
I think I did. It was really brief though. It wasn't like an extensive interaction. I think it might have been like a in passing thing.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
It's bound
but
to
he's
happen.
really cool. He's so cool and like he has such cool jewelry and style and just like I really like
everything
him.
about him is cool. Pharrell is the coolest.
One of the coolest for sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, I remember when you did some of your first shows. Of course, the internet was on you, right?
Yes.
But not just you. It's happened to almost every artist. Like Coy, it happened to you. It's happened. I saw Steve Lacy threw an iPhone at someone's face. Like,
I guess the beginning is really rough.
It's crazy, right? Because you talk about being a recluse, being so like not
a little reserved for sure,
person,
not
right?
really.
And then you go on stage and there's 1,000 people screaming. Must have been like trippy the first.
This is different,
times, right?
Yeah, and I feel like it's different with singing because you have to like really connect. You know, when it's like if you're nervous, it's hard to do that. You know what I mean? It makes it really hard to like have an intimate moment. And I feel like that also affects your performance.
How do you feel now on stage?
I feel much better, but I feel like there's a disassociation that happens. I don't feel like if I was trying to connect really aggressively, I feel like I would be kind of more anxious, you know? So I kind of like disassociate.
So you kind of
just a little bit.
So you kind of like black out almost.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know?
I mean, I would trip out. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's hard.
People.
It's hard sometimes for sure. But
what was your favorite performance you've done?
My favorite performance. My shows in Atlanta have been really like good. I like I'm trying to think specifically what was like the best. I can't think off the top of my head. They're all really good.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you've done some big ones.
Lately they have been really great.
Yeah, you've been on a tear. Just your festival run this past year.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work.
Where besides Atlanta does Mariah get the most love?
I feel like Atlanta is just, I don't know, I don't really go out too much. Maybe just wherever my friends are, that's where I'm getting the most love.
Okay.
But I feel like if you're familiar with the city, you don't really get too much hate or like
well, I feel
like
like you would do really well in like New York. They have to love you out there. Like,
yeah. Are you saying what other city?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah. What other city?
I've lived in New York. Obviously, that was cool. I lived in Miami for a second. That was cool too. I've never really lived in California, and I don't know if I ever will.
I think you will. I think at some point you're gonna have a house out here, and you just come out here when
maybe
album mode.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
know?
So. Maybe
everybody ends up having a house out here. The beach is
That's
so
what they
close,
say, but.
Well, it is project time. You haven't announced what the project's called yet, right?
It's gonna be called "To Be Eaten Alive."
To Be Eaten Alive.
Yes.
Oh, I already know this is gonna be crazy. You're gonna be talking about some off the wall stuff.
I hope you like it. I think you will.
Very small chance I don't like it because I love Master. I love Rob Rob's World. And when you did Buckles Laboratories presents, what was it?
The Intermission.
The Intermission. All 4 of those records. I mean, Spread Thin did crazy. Like,
Thank you.
That record speaks for itself.
Thank you. I appreciate
Church, everything on there. So there's a very small chance I don't like whatever you're gonna.
I think you're gonna like it a lot.
Unless you
it's
come
my
out
favorite.
and do some like weird like reggae country vibe.
No, it won't be.
No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've been out, I want to say it's been 3-4 years since you've been popping.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish you would have done differently, like coming out the gates?
Maybe prepared more for my initial shows, and I think probably talked less on the internet.
Okay,
Those two things.
That's a good point. Whenever you put something out there, it's there forever.
Yeah, and it gets all misconstrued every time. I deleted my Twitter and everything. It's just too much.
Yeah, it's way too much. I know. Yeah. I realized that today when I was trying to dig up more research, and I was like, why can't I find her?
I deleted that shit. I got out of there. It was too much.
I haven't used Twitter in years because I feel like I have nothing.
It's problematic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Would you advise other artists to go into like the school route and get that done, or you?
I feel like you should do what you're passionate about, but you need to commit to it. It's like. Then again, I don't know if I can say that because I was committed to college and then now I'm committed to this. So it's like I also feel like anything you put your mind to doing, it can be done. So I feel like tomorrow I could say I want to open a smoke shop and I want to commit to that.
I think whatever you wanted to do, whatever Mariah the Scientist wanted to do, she was going to get done.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way it's supposed to be,
Well, I work with a lot of independent artists. I'm part of a collective called Something Dope for the People. We're a network of like thousands of independent artists out here in LA. You still are moving like an independent artist. Well, are you still?
I am not.
Independent?
I signed a new deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm excited to see how it goes, but
RCA, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
It's still under Sony though. It's
okay.
Epic, and I like them so far. We'll see what happens.
I think it's gonna be good for you.
I think so too. Thank you for that.
Somebody once told me that, and it blew my mind. There's a lot of great independent artists, but you can only take it so far.
Yeah, you can only take it. There is a window. There's a ceiling for independent artists. I do feel that way. There are ways around it. There are like some exceptions. Chance the Rapper, Brent Faiyaz. But for the most part, I feel like there's a ceiling on that.
And I think to be what my buddy brought up to me was to be a global superstar, to really be like a superstar, like The Weeknd, like the Drake, like
you're gonna have to have
Jackson.
a partnership. You have to have a partnership. That's just my honest opinion. I feel like it might take some time to find the right partner, but I do feel like with certain deals are just deals. You can't look at it like everything is long term. It has its longevity, but you do have to understand business is business, and you have a responsibility. They have a responsibility. As long as everybody's doing their job, then you should be fine. And I would just say, I never really think it's the best of ideas to get involved in something too long term, especially if you don't know if that's something that you want to do yet. I feel like you should take your time.
Absolutely.
And cut the time down, If you like, you could always circle back. If not, you can move on.
Absolutely. Why? Like, you don't got to sign for 5 albums.
You don't.
Time, you know?
I would not do that. Me personally.
But what advice would Mariah the Scientist have for the independent artist trying to get to where you are?
I would say you can do it on your own. You know, I wouldn't say pursue help until you really need the help. If there's something that you can do yourself, do it yourself. Even if it's like, you know, you feel like it's a little more strenuous or it's taking more time, I would just do it, you know, myself until I couldn't do it myself anymore.
I love that. You're absolutely right. And I think that what a lot of people assume is when an artist gets signed or when an artist blows up, that all this work is done for them. You still
It's
have
definitely
to grow.
not. No, it's not. That's why I said.
You look so tired when you said that. You're like,
No,
oh, it's definitely not.
When you do a deal, you still have to do all the work.
Yep.
Make sure you know that. That's the bottom line.
Preach. Absolutely. Well, you've always worked hard. I mean, getting into St. John's and getting through 2.75 years, you said.
Yes.
Anesthesiology
2 3/4.
is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think that same work ethic applies to your music. You have not really taken time off since you've come
Not
out the
yet.
gates.
I think I will try to after I put this project out, though. I am really tired. I'm tired.
No, we need you to keep it. No,
I'm tired. I'll still be like, you know, it's not gonna be a long break, no longer than it already has been. But like when it comes out, I don't think I'm gonna immediately jump back to making something new. I just want to. Maybe it's because this process has been really hard, putting it all together. Not hard, but just like it's been a lot of work, and I just feel like I am tired. I'm tired. I want to like just sleep for like 1 week.
You deserve it. You deserve it. Get yourself a break.
Yeah.
Mariah the Scientist, I do got to ask, my buddy Flair, he told me I have to ask, who does Mariah the Scientist have the best chemistry with in the studio?
I haven't really been in the studio with too many people.
Oh, yeah, you like to record by yourself.
I have usually been like that, but I'm evolving a little bit. So far, I would say it's easiest.
Anybody, though? Anybody you have, like, you feel like is, like, the Kobe to your Shaq or the
It's
Dre to your
probably,
Snoop?
I don't feel like I have enough collaborations to know, but I would say so far, I mean, the best chemistry, maybe I would just say Thug for the simple fact that it's been accessible and easy for us to do that. I can't say anybody else yet because I haven't really worked with too many people on too many occasions, you know. I feel like he and I have a couple of songs, so.
And you guys sound good. Like, walked in, just felt like it's so natural.
I really like that song a lot.
Are you still keeping in touch with him?
Yeah, every
Checking
day.
on him?
Every
His
day,
spirit's
all
still
day.
high?
Yes.
Hell
He's
yeah,
always
hell
very
yeah.
jovial.
Free Jeffrey and tell us backwards,
Yes,
man. Free
please.
Jeffrey, free, you know, I know you've dealt with, man, a lot of, I was going to say, you know, even Tori, are you staying in touch with him?
I actually do not talk to Tori as much anymore.
Okay.
We don't do any business anymore.
Well, hopefully he's happy. I just hope he's in a
I
good
hope
state.
he is too.
I think it's terrible in general that some young kid, not kids, but we're all still young, went out, we're trying to have a good night, and what ended up happening is so sad. So
Yeah.
Hopefully he's home sooner than later.
Yeah, I don't wish that on anyone, but
Absolutely.
we'll see how it plays out.
Well, Mariah the Scientist, very exciting. We got the project coming on the 27th.
Yes.
On your birthday. You're giving us a gift on your birthday.
Yes, I am. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
What did we do to deserve this?
God blessed me, and He blessed me with the opportunity to bless others.
Well,
And that is what I will be doing.
Thank you for blessing us. 2 last questions. If someone discovers you right now, what's the first song you want them to listen to?
Reminders.
Reminders. I love that.
It's my favorite song.
I can attest to it. That is one of her. That's
Thank you.
one of mine. That Revenge. It goes Revenge for me.
The Reminders. I love
yeah,
that
but
song.
Love those records. Now with this new project, what song are you most excited to give to the world?
I love them all equally on this project specifically. I cannot make a decision yet, but maybe if you ask me later, I will know.
Okay. Did you pick the single? Because I know a few weeks ago
I picked
you
a
said.
single. I picked
Okay.
a single now, I guess. I kind of did it by default, but I like it a lot. I love it.
Okay. Was it like a team thing? The whole team was like, hey, it has to be this one?
I wish that I didn't listen to them so much and I just went with my first mind, which I did anyway in the end. So it's like, you might as well just pick what you want.
Absolutely. There's this whole thing about always trust your gut. 90-something% of the time, we always end up going with our gut.
Right. You should.
Mariah the Scientist, as a fan, as just a lover of great R&B,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Thank you.
Since you've come out 2018, she has not taken any time off. She has been working her ass off and dropping.
And thank you for my gift.
Of course, and we're going to manifest it. Andre 3000, Mariah the Scientist.
Call me.
We'll call the project should be called like Mariah 3000.
That would be fire.
Mariah 3000. We're going to manifest this right now.
We gotta do something.
Thank you so much. Here at Dash, we take pride in investing in artists earlier, but then before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
We had Billie Eilish
and
on.
I really appreciate that.
Of course. And we had Cardi B on before she really blew up. And you've already blown up, so it's an honor to have you here. But in a year from now, we are not going to be able to get a hold of you.
No, that's not true.
After this project,
you'll be able to find me.
and then you said, again, the name of the project was?
To Be Eaten Alive.
To Be Eaten Alive. After To Be Eaten Alive comes, I don't think I will be able to get a hold of you
will.
or your team.
I'll see you.
We will see, everybody. A year from now, we're going to try to reach out. We'll see what happens.
Thanks, guys.
Mariah the Scientist, Atlanta's very own. Thank you so much. Dash Radio, my
Thanks for
one.
having me.
We're out.